What's up, Bears fans? Welcome into Chicago Bears Now by Chat Sports. The Bears 2023 schedule has been released. My name is Harrison Graham. We're going to react game by game in a second, but I know a lot of you guys just want to get the schedule right away. So here you go, rapid fire, then we'll kind of break down each game with a little more detail in a second. Week 1, home game against the Packers to kick things off. Justin Fields, Jordan Love. Week 2, on the road against Tampa Bay. Week 3, at the Chiefs, Arrowhead Stadium. That'll obviously be a challenge. Week 4, the Denver Broncos come to town before you head east to take on the Washington Commanders. Thursday Night Football for a second straight year. Last year it was at Soldier Field. This year at FedEx Field. Week 6 against the Minnesota Vikings at home. Then you got the Raiders at home in Week 7. Week 8, primetime again, Sunday Night Football against the Los Angeles Chargers. Week 9 against the New Orleans Saints on the road. Then you come home for another primetime game against the Carolina Panthers. That's a big game. You want to win and have the Panthers lose to have that draft pick be high next year. Week 11 against the Detroit Lions on the road, and then at Minnesota for Monday Night Football. 2 road division games back-to-back. That is not easy. If you could split those, I would say that would be pretty darn big. Week 13 is a bye week before your final stretch is Week 14 against the Lions again. So you got 3 straight divisional games there over a 4-week period. Week 15 at Cleveland. Week 16 against the Arizona Cardinals at home. Week 17 against the Falcons at home. Got to go back-to-back there, I'd say. And then you wrap things up on the road against the Green Bay Packers. All right, Bears fans, if you want to take back the North in 2023, subscribe today. We're going to be here for the entire journey here on Chicago Bears Now. Let's take it back the North, like Ryan Poles said in his introductory press conference. News, rumors, segments like this where we're breaking down the schedule. We'll do a win-loss prediction game-by-game video coming up soon as well. Be on the lookout for that. Subscribe, turn on notifications. Don't miss any of it. All right, let's go week by week now, game by game, as the schedule has been released. Week 1, home game against the Green Bay Packers. This is an afternoon kick, 3:25 Central Time on Sunday, September 10th. Justin Fields, Jordan Love. One of these guys could reign supreme in the NFC North for years to come. We hope it's our guy, Justin Fields. That should be an interesting matchup. You guys know the mottos. FGB forever and always, and a new motto, FJL for F Jordan Love. Listen, we still are a big FAR channel here, F Aaron Rodgers, but he's gone. Jordan Love is the focus now. Get the FJLs going. Always FGB. Get it popping in the comments section. Week 2 at Tampa Bay. I like how this opens up. If you can take care of business at home in Week 1, Tampa should be one of the worst teams this year in football. They still have some talent on that roster, but is it Baker Mayfield? Is it Kyle Trask? You should feel like this is a winnable road game early on in the year. I like getting Tampa early on the road. Week 3 at Kansas City. That's what makes Tampa game big. Reality, you're probably not going to win this game. Look, you let it rip. Hopefully you start 2-0, and if you lose this game, no big deal, but it's a great opportunity against the defending Super Bowl champions on the road. Week 4, Denver comes to town. 3 of these first 4 are really gettable, man. The Broncos struggled last year. I do think they'll be a little bit better this year, but is Russell Wilson going to bounce back? Is Sean Payton ready to go? That should be an interesting game at Soldier Field in Week 4. First primetime game of the year is probably the worst primetime game from a year ago. Thursday Night Football at the Washington Commanders. If you guys don't remember my epic post-game rant after the Bears lost to the Commies 12-7 at home last year, that game was a debacle. Redemption, got to get it done this year. Week 6 against the Minnesota Vikings as they come to town. Listen, home divisional games. Got to focus up. Got to get it done. I got no problem splitting divisional matchups. Got to take care of business at home, protect home field. Week 7 against the Las Vegas Raiders as they come to town as well. I don't think this Raiders team is that good. Jimmy Garoppolo's their starter. He's injury-prone too, so if he's not ready to go, it's going to be, Aiden O'Connell? Listen, that's a game you need to take care of business coming at home against the Raiders. Get your FGB T-shirts today at chatsports.com/FGB. FGB. FGB. Get it spammed in the comments. Chatsports.com/FGB. Rep the shirt this football season. You know I'm going to be rocking it during Packers week. Okay, week 8 at the Chargers. Sunday Night Football, the one Sunday night game that Chicago has this year. Justin Fields, Justin Herbert, prime time. Maybe both these teams are playing for a lot in week 8. We'll have to wait and see. Week 9 at the New Orleans Saints. Derek Carr taking over for New Orleans at quarterback. It's always a raucous environment down there. That'll be a tough one. I mean, back-to-back at Chargers, at Saints, that's not easy. If you could split those two, I think that would be pretty damn good. Week 10, you come back home. You face the Carolina Panthers on Thursday Night Football. You go to Washington for Thursday night. Carolina comes home for Thursday night. To me, you need to win those. This team has not been good in prime time over the years. Those are two very gettable games. The roadie against the Commanders won't be easy. We know the road teams on Thursday night tend to struggle, but that's not a great football team. We know Carolina's not a great team, and you want that Panthers pick to be as high as possible. Need to beat them in Week 10. Week 11 at the Detroit Lions. Lions considered the favorites in this division. FDL, F. Don Burr, you guys know the drill. Big. Got to split with them at least. Detroit on the road in Week 11. That will be a challenging game, no doubt about it. So you think about a 4-game stretch there. At the Chargers, at the Saints, Panthers at home, at Detroit. That's a tough 4-game stretch there. Carolina, that makes that game pretty close to a must-win. Week 12 at Minnesota to add another one in this stretch. That's pretty tough. Monday Night Football, prime time. Kirk Cousins, hopefully he shows up and a.k.a. sucks, because we know historically he hasn't been good in prime time. See if Justin Fields and the Bears can take advantage. Speaking of the Vikings, speaking of the North, who's going to win this division? If you think it's the Bears, type CHI. If you think it's the Packers, type GB. If you're rolling with the Detroit Lions, type DET. If it's the Vikings, it's MIN. Type your answer below. I think this division is as wide open as it's been in a while. Go ahead and cast a vote in the comments. Then you got your Week 13 bye. Don't love it. I wish it would have been earlier, but that's just the way it fell. 12 games, bye week. Then you got your final 5. If you can survive your first 12 health-wise and then make a run down the stretch, that would be big. Versus the Lions, I will say this. I like getting a divisional opponent off the bye. You get extra time to prepare. That's certainly big. And looking real quick at Detroit's schedule, their bye week is in week is earlier. It's in Week 8, so you'll have extra time than they do to prepare for that home matchup. Week 15 at the Cleveland Browns. I don't know what to think of the Browns this year. Deshaun Watson, he hasn't been good since 2020. Didn't play in 21 amidst all the chaos. 22 had the 13-game suspension. Didn't play great late last year. So we'll see. If Deshaun is good, that's a tough one. If he's not, that's a winnable road game. Week 16 against the Arizona Cardinals. This is probably the easiest game on the schedule. Now, I will say this. I wanted to catch Arizona early in the year because Kyler Murray is probably going to miss at least half the season. He'll probably be back by Week 16. So that makes that game a little more tougher, assuming he does come back. Maybe they're out of the hunt and they don't bring him back. Who knows? But that does make that game a little more challenging. Week 17 against the Falcons at home. That's another game that you really got to focus in and win. Producer Rolly says they're going to lose because he covers the Falcons for us here at Chat Sports. He is incorrect. The Bears will win that game. And then Week 18 at the Packers. We'll see, right? I think you need to for sure win Week 1. Send the message like, hey, Rodgers is gone. We're here. We'll see what happens come Week 18. Hell, who knows? Maybe this team already has a playoff spot secure by then. You just never know. All right, there you go. Predict the Bears' record. 17-game schedule, so don't say 8-8. Those days are over. 17-game schedule for, I think, a third straight year now. What do you guys think? I will give a game-by-game record prediction either tomorrow or sometime over the weekend. We'll do that segment coming up, so stay tuned for that. But go ahead and predict the Bears' record.